Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Fuck you, Dan.
And here we are, everything looking fine, everything seems to work normally as it should. Welcome, my name is Ike, this is Switzerland.playit with TAGN. Angry Game News every day, 10 AM Eastern, Monday through Friday. I talk about video games, I talk about video games hardware, PC hardware, and of course sometimes about movies and TV shows and all those things. Anime, pop culture stuff, yeah. You get the picture, right? It was a little bit lame 24 hours, the last 24 hours-ish. I tried to gather what seems most interesting in the gaming world, so yeah, let's get into it and not babbling around. We have more GTA 6 stuff. GTA 6 boss on upcoming launch. We are on scared. Ooh. I don't believe him, but he tries to sound intimidated by its own creation, maybe, I don't know. Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming in May 2026. And it's expected to be a gigantic success, but Strauss Zelnick, the head of Rockstar parent company Take-Two, isn't willing to bank on it being a success ahead of launch. Speaking to GLBiz, Zelnick said, "We run scared around here. We're looking over our shoulders. We take nothing for granted and we don't claim success until it occurs. So while I couldn't be more optimistic than I am, all of us have to do the work. We have to deliver something great to consumers, and then the consumers are going to tell us just how great it is." At least it sounds like he is a little bit more realistic in general, not like just spitting out nonsense and pretending everything is all right. He makes it sound like, yeah, I'm not going to claim success until it is success. We don't know how much money they're going to spend on the production of this game. While Zelnick wouldn't give any specific sales projections, he did say, "I do think it's fair to say that this is perhaps the most highly anticipated property pre-release in the history of entertainment." of entertainment in general? That's a bold claim there, though. There's also a question of what will happen to GTA Online when GTA 6 comes out. Rockstar has yet to share any information at all about GTA 6 expected online element, but these details should become clear in due time. GTA 6 launches May 26, 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series XS, with a PC launch expected later. And don't forget, they are gonna probably implement in their whole system a age verification of some sort. Via ID, most likely, and maybe via the AI camera estimated age of your face. We talked about Battlefield a little bit already a few times, but that doesn't prevent from talking more about it, right? Because it is a success of the beta. Battlefield 6 beta eclipses Call of Duty player record on Steam. Weekends are usually the busiest time for a new game release, and the Battlefield 6 open beta was fortunately no exception to that rule. Once the game switched from the early access to open beta, the numbers soared on, and Battlefield 6 reached an impressive peak of 521,079 concurrent players via SteamDB. A second open beta is scheduled for August 14th to 17th. To put that in perspective, Call of Duty HQ, which includes Call of Duty Warzone and Black Ops 6, peaked at 67,595 players on Steam during the weekend, and Battlefield 6 surpassed the free-to-play game's all-time peak of 491,670 concurrent players. Is it really fair to compare those numbers, though? Because Call of Duty is not just for this weekend open. It's like, when did it come out? Like Black Ops 6? I don't even know. Black Ops 6 release. Let's check it out quickly. Feels like it was released 1.5 years ago or more, for all I know. Why in German? October or fair 2 October. Black Ops 6 is 25th October 2024. So roughly 10 months. Roughly 10 months ago it was released, so it's not super fair to compare those numbers directly, right? Yeah, and but impressive numbers nonetheless. Like for a free open beta, just over 500,000 concurrent players. We're gonna see the next free to play open beta 14th of August, if they can keep up those numbers. Ahoy Haste, ahoy Unfolding. How are you guys doing? Yeah, success is success, despite they having troubles with the secure boot crap and already some cheaters on the map. It's a shit show, kind of. Former Blizzard president predicts Battlefield 6 will boot stomp Call of Duty this year. Former Activision Blizzard president Mike Ybarra posted on X, formerly Twitter, that he thinks Battlefield 6 will boot stomp Call of Duty this year, and this will push the COD series to stop being lazy. The full post reads, Battlefield will boot stomp COD this year, but the real win here is COD won't be lazy anymore, and we'll all get better FPS games for it. He elaborated on his thoughts in response to another ex-user writing. COD has gone downhill for years since then. It's a mess. Cheating, heavy UI install, rainbow colors. People are sick of it. Luckily, BF will force them to change it. I'm not so sure about that last statement there, because it makes them money. Those many skins are included in microtransactions and all that crap. Skins for weapons. And that's the only way for them to still make money, I think. So how they will bootstrap really the card? Nah, we'll have to wait and see. I think he might overestimate like the luster, the lust for non-rainbow colors on your screen. I think just people are gonna be happy that they have finally something else that plays well, that is enjoyable without all those colors, you know. Having some competition there, you know. Doing good, pun intended. Rabbits get foreskins. Ahoy, Godzilla. Let's go to Superman and James Gunn. We have to take a little excursus there. Because people are pretending it's the biggest fucking success ever of DC and all that crap. And yes, in some way, but in many ways, no, not really. Oh yeah, ouch my junk. 6 months ago, they wouldn't say anything about the rainbow. That's true too. That's true too. I mean, I saw it early enough. Like, what are those fucking skins? Why? But whatever, right? James Gunn's Superman just beat a domestic DC box office record set by Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman in 2016. James Gunn's Superman is continuing to fly high at the US box office, and the movie has even beaten a record set by Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice back in 2016. That's because Superman has now made $331 million at the domestic box office, overtaking Batman's v Superman's domestic gross of $330.3 million to become the highest grossing DC movie in the US. Not true. I mean, in absolute numbers, yes, okay, fine. But like in value, no. Not even close. We come to that. Let's get to the other articles. Because many people, I mean, those journalists, forget like inflation is happening since forever. Warner Bros. is on a box office hot streak unlike anything we've seen before. As reported by Rotten Tomatoes, this is apparently the first time a movie studio has ever been on such a hot streak. It all started with a Minecraft movie in April. Since then, WB has been on an impressive and historic box office run. Here's the full breakdown of each movie the studio has released and how much it made during opening weekend. Opening weekend, fine and all that, but that is not the whole picture. Not even close. And you see here Minecraft, Sinners, Final Destination, F1, Superman, and a new released and very successful so far Weapons. Making this streak all the more impressive is that half of these are original movies, not sequels, reboots, or spin-offs. Wow! They have finally more creative, original ideas. Big deal, man, for a studio of that size, with that history. Warner Bros. Is now 125 years old, just saying. Overall. This seems to fly in the face of how Hollywood has operated over the last decade, where at times it's felt as if nearly every movie is some kind of continuation of an existing franchise. Warner Bros., on the other hand, seems to be spreading out its budget across new ideas as well as making IP plays like Minecraft and its Final Destination reboot. Will this streak continue? Now, can you call it a streak though? That's the real question here. And it's connected again to the numbers even with the Superman. So I just went quickly, just checked the numbers, or the rough numbers, not to the very US dollar itself, but more like in the millions. And we're gonna see a little list. Can they even fit her on the screen? Lisa Skin. You can make that happen. She's still big. I mean, she could have a special to run through walls like the Kool-Aid Man. I'm making fun of fat people. Zack Snyder got wrong casting for Flash, Wonder Woman, Joker, Aquaman. Maybe. I don't know about Wonder Woman. I don't know about Wonder Woman. Hollywood is coping. A streak is their under. That's a different kind of streak. Okay, to the numbers. So you have here Minecraft. Total budget of roughly 150 million US dollars. It made a total global box office revenue of 950. Let's just round it down, right? So it broke even, meaning just take the number times 2 at least to break even, you know, to get the money back for your production and the marketing. So Minecraft, big success, actually. Good, fine. Sinners, very critically acclaimed. Many people like it. It is beloved, but it did just barely broke even so far. It made maybe like 50 to 60 million US dollars globally, which is not a lot for that size of production and marketing. 150 US million dollars. Not a super financial success. It broke even most likely, but not a big success. Final Destination, again, Bloodlines, the new reboot, which is not really a reboot because it's connected to the old movies. It's like just a continuation, actually. Total budget, marketing and production, 75 million US dollars, which is cheap. For some reason, horror movies are always cheap to produce. I don't know the reason why is that, but it is. I don't know why studios have no troubles producing horror movies cheap, with good-looking special effects, practical effects, and all that, and sometimes actors are fine too. What's going on there, right? But who knows? And it made globally 285 million US dollars, so easily broke even, made a lot of money plus. F1, the movie, beloved by what I heard, many people loved that movie, liked it a lot. It has special effects, it has all kinds of expensive stuff, cars and such stuff in the movie. So big budget, 350 million US dollars there, marketing and production, but it made only so far 561 million US dollars. So it didn't broke even. Not a financial success. So the streak broke already with Sinners, more or less. Superman. Now that's a lower number than many would actually, or that this number you see, the 350 million US dollars, is lower than the reported file taxes from, I think Georgia was, with only production about 300 million. Then you can add just 100 million of marketing. So it's more or less 400 to 450 million total budget. And it made totally here, globally, 580 million. I just rounded up. Not even close to break even so far. So, domestically in the US, yes, it's a success. But that doesn't change that the studio had to spend money, that amount of money, and spread it out already, you know. So you're counting wrong there and claiming it a big success globally. It has to come break even in total numbers. And the newest one just was released. So far, a good success. 57 million globally. No, 57 million it cost. And globally, it made already almost 72 million US dollars. Not close to breaking even, but it might break even next weekend already, and it's going to be fine, right? So you have pretty much only 2 very successful movies on this so-called success streak and all, whatever. Now back to the Superman, though. Because it is claimed like it made more money than Batman v Superman. And it called it other platforms even like the biggest success Superman ever. Which is not true. If you go to the 1978 Superman, the original movie, it made back then, maybe in total numbers, only roughly about 180 million or so, something like that. But you'd have to account for fucking inflation, man. Back then, you paid maybe for a burger like 50 cents, you know? And today you pay for a burger at McDonald's probably more like 250. Like 5 times. You just see the inflation already in the burgers. You can go this route, right? And if you account for inflation, it is way off. Not the biggest success and grossing movie, Superman movie ever released. So that's bullshit. Whatever you hear, just check those numbers for yourself. That's my point. Oi, Pigu. Good to see you too. Sinners is overrated. I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you. Weapons is good, I've heard. Yeah, people seem to like it for sure. DC needs Christopher Nolan back. His Batman trilogy had best storylines. Made you guys what was happening. Made you guess what was happening. Yeah, but it was not like the comic Batman. It was a very successful movie, but it was not comic Batman. A successful trilogy, actually. Because they can kill the extras for real and not pay them on the horror movies. Yeah, you're probably not too wrong there, but that can't be the only reason. We're talking about millions here, and you don't pay actors in general, even if they are having a full acting role throughout the whole movie. You don't pay them usually millions. For example, weapons, with that production budget here and marketing, 57 million. Josh Brolin is in it. He's kind of a Hollywood star these days, playing Thanos and all that, right? So it's not an unknown name. So I don't know why that just is. That's just surprising to me still. Apocalypse Now apparently had real dead bodies in it. Maybe? Never heard of that. Never heard of that, but does that make it more expensive or cheaper? Good news if you have a Dreamcast. Mario Kart 64's unofficial Dreamcast port is out now. And you have to go check the video for yourself, how it runs. It runs smoothly, buttery. It's absolutely amazing. It looks fantastic. I can play a little bit,
so much
I guess.
Fun. And I will say it runs stunning.
This guy
just the Dreamcast
just tells us a little bit about the port here. It looks so nice. It's 60 frames per second, no stuttering so far. I already reported on this project, but back then, that was very early on my news show here. It was looking okay, but had a lot of graphical glitches, like the time was not visible, the avatars here on the side were not visible. This looks just almost perfect, actually. 60 frames per second, no stuttering. This here has still need to be fixed. Like you see the camera angle, what you see right now on this screen here. But other than that, it works fine so far. What you need is, of course, some kind of the copy of the ROM. Of course, your original cartridge, you dumped the ROM, right? And you go to this GitHub page and download all the resources. And you have to have Mac OS or Ubuntu to make like the decompiling version. Or the more or less the decompiling and the recompiling. Then you get an image, image for Dreamcast. You make that on a disk. You burn it on a disk or put it on your SD card with your diskless drive in your Dreamcast. I'm super intrigued to try that out. To hook my Dreamcast up on a screen and just see how well it plays. We have to wait for more project around this particular recompiled version here, because you could make it happen so you can play it online with others on Dreamcast via other means of connectivity tools. You know, I think it's a great news here. People love Mario Kart 64. People love Dreamcast, and some people put a lot of effort, a lot of fucking brain power in reverse engineering stuff and make it happen on old hardware. That's just fascinating. Oh yeah, Eden. I'm late and gay. Shut up. You are always late and gay for sure. I'm seeing this missing playback screen above the tunnel. Yeah. I said that. I didn't know Dreamcast was still a thing. It is. You... Yeah. Still need to fix the battery. Replace the battery for that. One day. But people need to rent more. So I can buy also the drive, the replacement for the SD card. Yep. But yeah, Dreamcast, fantastic fucking console. I wish it had a longer life cycle there. It was born, it had good games, it had great visuals, it is fucking small. I love everything about it actually, and unfortunately it died. It died very, very young. Now, if you're traveling with Delta in the future, now you can have a trial with anime on your flight. Anime weebs can now stream Crunchyroll at 30,000 feet. Delta Airlines and Crunchyroll are teaming up to bring anime to the skies. Beginning later this year, passengers will be able to enjoy a specially curated selection of Crunchyroll anime as the airline's in-flight entertainment. This includes over 50,000 movies and TV episodes, adding up to over 25,000 hours of animated goodness. Anime will be available in over 169,000 seatback screens across Delta's fleet. It will also be accessible via the in-flight Wi-Fi on your smartphone or on your other personal device. If you choose to connect this way, Delta will offer a 24-hour free trial of Crunchyroll, redeemable during the flight or after. Terms and exclusions apply, of course. This marks the first ever curated Crunchyroll experience, 30,000 feet in the air, and it's the largest offering of anime of any US carrier. Overall, great news. If you're an anime fan and you're flying with Delta, there is your chance to get a free 24-hour free trial. The problem is it's a 24-hour free trial. After that, you have to sign up on Crunchyroll. So, is it a big deal? Maybe not, but good news nonetheless overall. I love MK64 soundtrack. The soundtrack works perfectly fine, and the guy in the video tells us like that was a major task to making the sound port to sound naturally the same, but it has vastly different chips in the Dreamcast and in the N64, so that was a big task there. But yeah, the soundtrack works fine. Only sound effects, most of the sound effects seem to have still like a little bit troubles to just play. Sega sort of became lost at sea right after they made a Dreamcast. It's sad. Bad marketing overall, unfortunately. Sega never had really good marketing though. If you played them since the Master System, you know they had never really good marketing globally. A little bit better in Japan. Are you a fan of Black Myth? The ape Souls-like? Are you a fan of Wu-Chang, the pirate lady Souls-like game? Both play more or less in China, right? Now you get a more or less Korean connected game there. Nexon unveils Wu-Chi the Wayfarer, a single-player Korean fantasy action adventure. And it just looks phenomenal, just like Black Myth and Wu-Chang. Very detailed, highly colorful, very action-driven, and it's gonna have success, I'm pretty sure. So if you're a fan of those two games, you're gonna be a fan of this one. I watched a trailer. I'm not going to play it here. It looks like, for me at least, if you know the old movie in 1986 or 7 or whatever, a Chinese ghost story. For me, it looks just like, it gives me the same feel. But supposedly the protagonist in this game is like a trickster who is against the government or something like that. But Sega did what Nintendo didn't. So you would think, yeah. I mean, they did now, kind of, with this port. Not Sega themselves. I'm gonna place that a little bit further back now, because I'm just going through those news here. You might have heard of this hype. You're gonna hear it now here if you still haven't. So yeah, there's this game kind of thing here going on. wplays.live, and you can do pixel arts on this world map. That sounds like nothing, but you can scroll in. Let's go to Azerbaijan. And see if we have people. Oh, it's offline. Why are you offline? Let's reload then. I wanted Azerbaijan. No internet access. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, we have some pixel arts here in Switzerland. It loaded and they just vanished. Why? Okay, the gist of this game is you have every 30 seconds 62 pixels at your disposal with different colors, and you can like make here art. And the world is being just flooded. It has, I think, place for 4 trillion pixels on the global map, and you can make every 30 seconds 62 more of your own pixels. And we have here faggots in, where is that? That Basel? That's around. No, Basel is up here. Well, it's in the French region here. Somebody was a big faggot fan, made a faggot flag here. There you go. Everybody can make whatever they want. I don't want to imagine other arts with weird dicks and butt dicks and whatever. But there you go. It is becoming kind of a hype. Some areas are just flooded with arts. You have no more room to put your own pixel art there. But yeah, I think it's a neat idea overall, right? It's a neat idea overall. Yeah, I've seen a similar website before. I think that the uniqueness of this one is you have to wait like every 30 seconds after you put your pixels in place. You can make your art and then paint, and then the counter starts again. Antarctica has a lot of Nazis. Oh, maybe. I don't think it's gonna load anything. For some reason it tells me we are offline. Africa. Let's see if it loads in anything. It would be funny, right? Some swastikas. It doesn't seem to load anything in. Oh, there's something. We just found a dick. Pito. And it just vanished again. What the fuck? Why? But everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. There was a dick on screen. What can I say? Dicks are everywhere. Even in Antarctica. Side note, IGN boss leaving after latest round of layoffs. Well, bye faggot. Nobody cares really, but it is the biggest, supposedly the biggest gaming portal on this planet, and they lost their faggot boss. Are you sad? Nah. Not me. I just want to tell you. Fortnite and Epic Games Store returning to iOS in Australia following court ruling. So they had beef now since, what, 5 years or something like that globally. But in an Australian court, Epic Games got a little win there, and they have to be allowed back on the iOS in Australia, which makes Epic Games money again. Epic Games Store and Fortnite are returning to iOS devices in Australia, following their removal from the App Store in 2020. Yeah, that was just a global thing, pretty much. In an X post on August 12th, 2025, Epic Games announced that then an Australian court found that Apple and Google abused their control over app distribution and in-app payments to limit competition. There are 2,000 plus pages of findings that we'll need to dig into to fully understand the details. Epic Games continued. This is a win for the developers and consumers in Australia. Are you happy, Ever Eden? She doesn't care. She just plays this Overwatch crap, and she made me fucking pay for Phasmophobia. We played a little bit, and then she never came back. She doesn't want to play with me anymore. She doesn't want to. No, I know why. Hi, Doctor. But how long ago is the question? We will. When you shake someone's hand, male or female, they have a dick in it before. True. True. So we have a little win, but I still despise fucking Epic Store. Epic Store or Epic Games in general can go fuck themselves. I'm gonna repeat that. I have no access anymore to my account. I'm not getting emails. And they have no support form. They have no support email I can write to them. What the fuck? They shouldn't be allowed, actually, according to Swiss law, not even allowed to operate in Switzerland, for all I care. Because you have to have at least some kind of contact information. May it be an email address only, may it be a physical address, may it be only a phone number. Epic Games doesn't give you any of those. I am excluded out of my account. Luckily for me, I didn't pay jack shit, really, for all those games I have on my account. But it's still stupid. What would I do if I paid a lot of games and I can't contact anybody at Epic Games? Those are also real dicks. So Remedy, the company Remedy, who made Max Payne and such alike, put out their financials, quarterly financial report, and we have some news for everybody. Remedy knuckling down on Control 2 Max Payne remakes. Control 2 and the Max Payne remakes should be the next two games Remedy releases, as the Finnish developer details how the project continue to reach development milestone in a new financial report. In the case of Control 2, the PS5 sequel is on track, and the team is currently focusing on the gameplay, environments, and missions. Work continues on developing the game into a strong commercial offering. The remakes of the first Max Payne and the sequel, The Fall of Max Payne, meanwhile are in full production. Whatever that means. I thought the other stuff was also the full production, but this is more fuller, I guess. I don't like Max Payne, the first one. Never liked it, really. The Fall of Max Payne, actually really good, right? With the slow-mo while shooting and all that, the Matrix effect. It still plays well, actually. Visually, yeah, it has not aged super well. Okay, but not super well. The first Max Payne was a good game. I just didn't like it. But yes, if they make a good remake, they make money with it. It's a beloved franchise there. The movie with Mark Wahlberg, not too bad, actually. I kind of enjoyed it, almost. The report continues. In the second quarter of 2025, the team built on steady momentum from earlier in the year. the collaboration with Rockstar Games is set to still be close and productive, and the project as a whole is now closing in on its next major phase. As for Remedy titles currently on the market, the original Control has now surpassed 5 million sales, which is not a big number. It was released on PS4 2019-ish or something like that. So it's about 6 years old. Roughly every year on average 1 million sales. It's not bad or anything, but the game also doesn't play super well. I think it should have made less complex to be like a little bit more smooth experience on your controller. I tried to play it on a PS4. It was a shit show, a stuttering shit show. I hated it, and since then I haven't tried it again. Alan Wake 2, never tried it, but it had also its issue about like performance, right? Alan Wake continue to sell steadily and accrue royalties. The publishing, distribution, and marketing rights of Control have been transferred to Remedy from 505 Games, which means sales are now fully driven by the developer. 2025 also marked Remedy's first self-published game, the multiplayer spin-off FBC Firebreaker. It says it's unsatisfied with the launch phase consumer sales. Yeah, they said like which is in the same universe, the Firebreak. It's a first-person shooter, team first-person shooter in the same universe. Tries to be unique with those post-it monsters, whatever. I don't care. It looks fine from outside, but yeah, it had also again big troubles with performance. and most of its commercial performance has been driven by positioning on the PS Plus Extra and Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, they wish for more success on Firebreak for sure. But I think they lost the momentum there. I think people are not going to care too much because the performance at launch was not there. And yeah, you lose people. Go check out Mind's Eye. How successful are those guys these days? Yeah, I didn't thought I would be like that quick. I liked Max Payne 3, but Remedy didn't develop it. I never was into Max Payne 3 either. I downloaded it back then, but never started it up. All I want is GTA 6. You're gonna be so disappointed, Mr. Mexico from Texas. You know about the lawsuit from the PAL World makers and Nintendo, right? Because the monsters looked a little bit too much like those pocket monsters from Nintendo, and you catch them with in a ball and all that similarities. They changed that now. The PAL World makers, I don't even know who is the company. Pocket Pair, whatever. They change it up. The creatures just appear and disappear when you summon them for now, just to get rid of the lawsuit points there. With the PAL World lawsuit rumbling on in the background, the Nintendo Switch welcomes PAL Land, a survival game that looks a whole lot like Pocket Pair's Creature Collector. As the Pokémon company continues its legal battle with PAL World, a new survival game that amusingly looks a whole lot like Pocket Pair's Creature Collector has quietly come to light. PAL Land. They just go a little bit small. Instead of world, just land. Very creative there. But it's not by Nintendo. I just checked it out. Who made it and are they connected in any way with Nintendo, with some partnership? No. Bugisoft is the developer and publisher. And they seem to have no connection with Nintendo as a joint venture or as a, I don't know, a revenge here of some sort. And they made like the repo game. this party game there. So they are gonna try make this game as a success, and it seems like Nintendo is fine so far with that. And the Pocket Pair company who made Palworld probably is now a little bit pissed. Like, they have success. It's not like they don't make money with their rip off of Pokemon. But they might now feel how Nintendo maybe feels. I don't fucking know. It's just weird that Buggysoft thinks like, yeah, that's now the opportunity for us to fuck both companies maybe. It's all just fake Pokemon. They are real Pokemon monsters. I can't wait for Silent Hill F. Me not. I don't care for Silent Hill F. I care for your dolls being robbed. Faced. I didn't know about those dolls being so popular, but it seems like they are valued, highly valued. Thousands of dollars worth of Labubu dolls were stolen during a late-night robbery. A small store in California was robbed earlier this month, and the thieves focused primarily on taking thousands of dollars worth of Labubu dolls. The owner says this happened only 2 months after opening her shop. As reported by ABC7, Joanna Avenandos, fucking Mexican words and names. Fuck you, doctor. Avenandos, one-stop sales located in La Puente, California, was burglarized on August 6th at around 2 a.m. local time. The owner explained that she was hit with a gut feeling to check her phone and noticed there was motion and sound coming from the store's surveillance camera. Nobody was supposed to be there at the time. It was clear at the point that the place was being robbed. 4 masked suspects entered the store after smashing in a window and proceeded to grab over $30,000 worth of inventory. There was a lot taken, maybe like around $30,000 or more of inventory, Avenando told the outlet. We worked so hard to get to this point, and for them to just come in and, like nothing, take it all away. It's really bad. Or is it really bad? Is it not good? Wow, what mind-blowing fact statement. Rude put. No, I'm just very honest. Labubus are the new Beanie Babies. It seems they were released roughly about now 6-7 years ago in Asia. They were very popular. Now it's coming over to the Western world and people going crazy. Somewhat. Maybe not, maybe it's just a made-up thing. I don't know what the fuck a Lalabu is. Here, that's a Lalabu. You see it here on the thumbnail. Lalabu monsters. Lalabu dolls. Kind of ugly creature things. Let's just take a little look into the news.
Story.
Yeah.
There was a lot taken, maybe like around 30,000 or more of it.
I would miss Avenando or whatever her name was. She looks fine to me. I would Lalabu her. But she has a boyfriend, unfortunately.
Inventory?
Joanna Avenado has only been
Avenado,
for
sorry.
2 months, and now she's recovering from a break-in. Early Wednesday morning,
They broke in.
shop in La Puente was burglarized, but the suspects weren't after the register. They were after collectibles, specifically Labubu dolls. If you
Labubu
haven't heard
dolls.
of them, Labubus have exploded in popularity thanks to TikTok trends, celebrity endorsements, and their one-of-a-kind look.
Yeah, celebrity endorsement. The only name I remember was Rihanna in this thing, but more endorsed.
We worked so hard
Those
to get
things.
to this point, and for them just to come in like nothing and take it all away, you know, it's really bad.
Avenado co-owns
It's really bad. It's not good. It's really bad, man. It's really bad.
one-stop sales with her boyfriend. She says she closed up late Tuesday and noticed a truck nearby, but thought nothing of it. That night, she woke up feeling something was off.
A gut feeling, kind of, just to check my phone. Once I checked my phone, I saw that there was a detection motion of a sound that was coming through the front.
Sure.
That was the sound of glass shattering.
I mean, you don't need to see the rest here. I'm going a little bit like maybe conspiracy theory here, but it feels to me like it's bullshit what she is telling. I don't think you can have a gut feeling about that to watch on your phone for surveillance stuff all of a sudden. Might be true, but what if it is just a fucking scheme for insurance money? I don't fucking know, man. I have no idea. But it feels a little bit awkward to me that she points that out. Because she can, on the same time, she can just call the police right away and just say, yeah, I saw it on my phone, blah, 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 right? But having gut feelings and all that, weird. Maybe she bought like too many of those dolls, the wrong dolls, that have not really that amount of worth, you know? And then we go again into the insurance scheme there. Maybe your dolls were actually only worth $10,000 US, but you paid $15,000 yourself, and you're not buying them all, you're not selling them off as you expected, because it's only 2 months old, the whole shop. So it just smells a little bit weird in my opinion. That's all I can say. The dolls are currently very hard to find as their popularity continues to grow, mostly pushed by the algorithm. Yeah, sure. In fact, it's entirely possible that you've never heard of these hard-to-find dolls, and if so, you aren't alone. As reported by Bloomberg, many younger people are posting on TikTok about how many odd trends have gone viral recently, including Labubu, and how confusing it's all becoming. It almost feels like these trends aren't coming about organically. No shit. On social media, not organically. What a wonder. What a surprise. But instead are a symptom of pop culture becoming dominated by dopamine hits and corporate-controlled algorithms. Monoculture is dead and its replacement sucks. Yeah, maybe she got like too much into it and again just bought the wrong Labubu dolls and not selling them off because the algorithm lied to her. They are actually not that popular and not worth what she would hoped. On August 8th, Avenando shared a post on Instagram claiming that the police had recovered some of her stolen goods, including some Labubu dolls. However, she and local law enforcement are still asking residents in the area to report anything they might know to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department city. What do you think? Does that sound like it's a true story, or are they just making stuff up for insurance money? Wouldn't be too crazy to think, right? Kick her right in the Labubu. Oh, in Euro. I wonder if her sales are doing. That's the other question. We don't know. If she was hurting, would they stage this? Why not? She has Mexican roots. She knows people. She might just told somebody, go get some friends and break in my store and just steal exactly those things. I don't want to see those anymore, but I can claim with the insurance like they are so and so this amount of worth and all that. Could be, I don't fucking know. It just smells bad. It just smells bad. That's all I can say. All my girls have boyfriends. Of course. Nobody wants you, Mexican boy. She was pregnant? What has that to do with anything, man? Would bang. Everybody would bang that girl. She looks hot. You can say whatever you want. I think she looks very hot. All you do is blame the Mexicans. Mexican girls are always pregnant. Maybe she was not. Maybe she's the new Latinx generation. What do you think, guys? Could that be staged? Does it have maybe like this smell for you too? It smells like Labubu. It smells like Labubu. Well, that was a quick one today. I thought, whatever. I thought I would take like my time, but it seems like I was quick today. Just keep the scissors away from Latino woman. Mexican woman. Latinx. Just call them Latinx. Dr. OK loves to be called a Latinx. He loves that. Anyhow, guys, I hope this show was fine. I didn't thought it would go that fast, but it was just flying by like nothing. Like a Mexican running away from the work. Am I right, Dr. OK? He knows how Mexicans are. Shut your mouth. Meh, okay. Okay. I don't understand people. What's so cool about the dolls? They are just rarish, more rarish. They are a new trend. You know, when you make some scarcity of certain goods, people are just, the mindset goes to, I need it. Otherwise, if I don't get it now, I'm not gonna get it anyway. So I need it now. Otherwise, yeah, it's just weird how many people function. I blame TikTok. You're not wrong with that. TikTok is bullcrap, but yeah. Dopamine on TikTok. This story smells to me just fishy. Anyhow. Next stream as usual. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern here. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. here again. Switzerland.playit, the channel on Rumble, YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Go check it out. Follow there. Give me all your money in the donation link. You can even give me stuff on my wish list. Either on Amazon, actually, or on Steam. Although on Steam, I really don't need any games. I have enough games so far. We're gonna see us hopefully tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern here. My name is Ike. That was Switzerland.playit with TAGN. Take care, everybody, and have a good day, rest of the day.